Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. All right, y'all. Code language. Code language. Self-centered society. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Let's talk about it. All right, so this code language is really more so for like, really, it's really to speak to the fallout of how self-centered we've become. So right now, we kind of in a time where like, it's almost like Ready Player One. If y'all haven't seen that movie, go check out the movie Ready Player One. But it's almost like Ready Player One, man. We kind of in a time where people living through their devices, living through their screens, living through virtual reality to a degree. Right now, I'm not sitting in front of a group of people. I'm sitting in front of a group of devices, but I'm talking to a group of people. You know what I'm saying? And then however many people gonna see this after that. Virtual reality. It's real. I'm really right here. I'm really doing this, but y'all ain't with me. I can't touch y'all. I can't shake y'all hands and tell y'all thank y'all for listening to me in person. So the shit really turning into Ready Player One. And what happens is emphasis on player one. Right. So what happens is a lot of us, we get caught up inside of this shell of self-branding, self-image, self-promotion, you know what I mean? Selfishness, self-centeredness. And what happens is I think it's had a lot of side effects. There's pros, there's cons, right? Pros, more millionaires being created every day than probably ever before. That takes a lot of self-discipline, self-reflecting, self-adjusting, self-correcting, self-assessing to get over those type of milestones. But it's happening because you got a lot more people locked in and focused on what they got going on. So that selfishness is producing success. Why do I say success with the air quotes, right? Because that's not success to me. Like, this the codes. So I'm gonna speak about my codes, and we don't all have to have the same codes, but we gotta crack the codes. Money ain't about shit to me. Like, money is options. The more money you have, the more choices you have. Cool. Money could be comfort. The more money you have, the more comfortable you could be. But money come with pros and cons too. It do. Having big money come with pros and cons too. Having little money come with pros and cons too. Being somewhere in the middle with the money come with pros and cons too. Ain't no way around that, is what I'm saying. But for the people who money, about the money, all get the money first. You got to have some money, be around money. Those people, first off, they're not trustworthy. It's a price on everything. How much to stab me in the back? What they got to offer you? Huh? And the more risky you is about your investments, yeah, you're gonna hit big, but you're gonna lose big sometimes too. And when your chips is down, the price on you stabbing me in my back get lower and lower, don't it? Yeah, so if you all about bread, if you bread first, you will crash out head first. Did I just say something? Is that a bar? If you bread first, you will crash out head first. So everybody I know that's all about money, just money, they are
natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out.
Yeah. Money ain't about shit to me. So yeah, we need money. You should get you some money. Prioritize money. Get good with money. But be all about money, that's an imbalance that you don't want to have. You dancing with the devil at that point. Yeah. How many people wanted that money so bad they compromised themselves? We can go on OnlyFans right now and see a whole bunch of people making irreparable mistakes for some money. Ain't no coming back for some of them for the shit they doing right now. It ain't gonna happen. Redemption, you can try, but some shit is really hard to come back from. It is. It just is. Ain't enough grace in the world. So We got to think about that. But the self-centered society, this selfishness, again, the pros, you got more people that are becoming prosperous, from a financial standpoint. But the cons is the impact society from a society standpoint. You have more people that are socially inept, whether they're horrible speakers, horrible listeners, overall horrible communicators in totality. You have a developing population of people who are completely uninterested in family as far as producing family and having an infrastructure. You have a populace of people being produced that just thinking about. I've heard women say, I don't want to have kids because I don't want my figure. I don't want it to affect my figure. I want to have my body be cute my whole life. So I just don't want to reproduce. It's women out here that unfortunately can't get pregnant. And this woman's so vain and self-centered that she won't even do what she was naturally put here for. It's a personal choice. I'm not even necessarily saying it's wrong. I'm just speaking to the perspective. Like some things that people take for granted is some things that other people would go to the edge of the earth for. So there's but women who think about community, men who think about community, that aren't all about self, those are the people are the reasons why the poor can get through the winters, right? That's the pros to having more selflessness. You have more families, more men who don't just want to create a mass of wealth so that they can have their pick of the litter and just smash a bunch of chicks and live off the coast in Miami and just live a party life. But they want to create wealth and then build a large family and then have that family branch out and make a powerful infrastructure. That's the difference between being self-centered and imbalanced versus being somebody who has an eye and a mind and an understanding for community. And I think that right now, socially, we have an imbalance. It's a lot of just self. Everybody just their own celebrity, they own superstar. And then you got the small population of people that aren't in the herd. They're not being shepherded by the propaganda and the media that still are sticking to the codes. And they like, look, man, I want to go to the soup kitchen on the weekend and make sure some poor people eat. I want to, get into a service type job and be a caregiver or a therapist or whatever. You know what I mean? You still got those people, and them the ones that's really keeping us afloat. The people that's just out here all money, 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 money. They the ones that create the imbalance. You got people that's so about bread that they'll learn everything there is to know about bread to the point where they'll run up $2 billion. For one to have that much, many must starve. Understand that. Don't think that that's not true. Do not think that that's not true. For one to have that much, many must starve. Understand there's enough resources on this earth. Nobody has to be homeless, shelterless. Put it like that. Nobody has to be shelterless. Nobody. But because you want to have multi-billionaires exist, you got people shaking cans on the side of the E-way. That's the imbalance. Or because somebody want their empire to have that much bread. You can get the information and the knowledge and the understanding to gain that type of money. And if you do it, like, good job. You really good at amassing wealth. Look at the fallout. Just because you could don't mean you should. Much is required when much is given. For you on a personal level to be worth the billions you worth, how many of the employees of all of your businesses are underpaid, paid below poverty line? How many? Oh, y'all think I'm saying when I say starve, y'all think I mean ribs touching. Nah, I mean starving as in you can't afford a $2,000 emergency. That's a problem. But it's one person with 200 billion. Y'all like this. I believe in you eat what you kill. If you outwork the flock, if you outwork the competition, and you the person that's ahead, then by all means be ahead. Just the understanding of at what point do this become gluttonous? When is enough enough? When do I go from just building personal wealth to shit, I got enough? Let my new hobby be creating new millionaires. I got enough. I'm chilling. I'm gonna live off the meat in the freezer. Metaphorically speaking, I'm gonna live off the meat in the freezer. I'm cool. Let me show some other people how to pack their freezers. That's my new wave until I'm gone. And I don't even want nothing from you. You ain't got to pay me for it. Nothing. Or you charge them for it just so they could be serious about it. Because you pay attention. See, when somebody tell you I'm gonna show you how to be a millionaire for free, you half-ass damn near show up late. You damn near don't take it serious. But somebody tell you, hey, it costs you $3,000 to come sit in this meeting. But I guarantee you're gonna be a multimillionaire with the information I'm gonna give you. But it's gonna cost you $3,000 to sit in this meeting. You gonna pay attention. And only people that's dead serious gonna show up to that meeting. So it makes sense to charge a little something, but it ain't got to be for a profit. You could take all the bread you get from the meetings and give it right back to the people to invest in their endeavors. You just wanted to make sure they would see us. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You could take all the bread and go to charity or whatever the case may be. But this is what I'm saying, man. The self-centered society we've become there's a heavy imbalance. And so the cons are outweighing the pros in a real way. In a real way. And until we can balance back out and people start thinking beyond themselves a little bit more than what we've done in the past, until people can start thinking like, past their kids, past their grandkids, and just thinking about not even just the bread you're going to leave for your family, but what society is your generation going to leave for the generation below, right? What we going to leave as an infrastructure. When we start thinking about the we, that's when you got real power. That's when you're not easily moved by the propaganda in the media. So, and that's why I'm here. Because we're gonna crack these codes together. I'm going to enrich y'all. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna enrich y'all with perspective. You don't gotta think like me, but I'm definitely gonna have you out here thinking for yourself and thinking critically and believing in what you literally can go touch and see and put your hands on. That's just what it is. But check it out. We hitting that hour mark. Y'all know how I do it. I run a tight ship, man. So I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share, turn on notifications, all the shit that don't cost you no money. If you want to spend some bread with me, go to www.theclassiccodes.com and go grab that merch, that code language t-shirt. But other than that, man, if you don't do nothing else, man, make sure you stick to the codes.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened